channel, baby.
Yeah.
What it do, Half and J family. Welcome back to the channel, baby. It's your boy Half.
And your girl J.
And we back
with
another reaction video. Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back, welcome back.
We're about to dive into some more reactions for you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying these reactions. If not, let us know in the comment section. Yeah. But anyway, let them know who we're reacting to today.
Charlie Kirk.
And the title is
Rape doesn't make abortion acceptable.
Rape does not make abortion acceptable. I think we should have we should do a live chat about that.
Okay.
Or you think we should just do like a separate video just talking about strictly about that? Live or like a video? You know what I'm saying? What you guys think, man? Should we just go live and talk about this topic, or you should do like a separate video from this one talking about the topic? Let us know in the comment section, or we put a poll up and you guys can answer the poll, whichever gets the greatest number. We'll probably go with that one. So anyway, let's get into it though, man. Let's get into it. But before we do, everybody else out there who has not yet subscribed to that channel, go ahead and subscribe button.
Yes.
Turn your post notifications on.
Yes.
Like and share this video.
Yes.
And then comment down below, baby. Come and join the squad, man.
Yes. Half and J.
You dig? Plus, you ever kicking off what? Good vibes, baby. Good vibes.
Boom!
Hi. Okay, I'm just here to talk about abortion, but my first question was, why should women who are raped have to give birth to that baby?
Yeah, I think it's as simple as, do you believe life matters or not?
I mean, is it because it has a heartbeat when it is conceived?
Well,
Exactly.
right. So what is the question you're asking?
I'm saying that
My question to you is, do you believe that life matters?
I do believe life matters after the person is born. The
Oh,
child.
after the person's born. So okay, so
Here we go.
if Riley were to be pregnant, or if any woman were to be pregnant right now, and there's a baby that's 20 weeks developed, is that baby alive?
No.
No.
I mean, not physically. Is it? I mean, it's.
Wait, so it has a
breathe on its
heartbeat,
own?
it can hear the mom's voice, it has consciousness, has its own fingerprint, its own DNA, it can empty its own bladder. What about it is not alive?
The fact if it doesn't have a heartbeat.
At 20
It does
weeks,
have a heartbeat.
it does.
At 20
So
weeks.
heartbeat start at 6 weeks, right? So I'm talking about a 20-week baby, 20-week-old baby. How is that not alive?
I mean, I guess we see it different ways, but I mean, in how I see it, you have to cut an umbilical cord to get that child out, and I feel like if that child is still attached to the mother, the mother has to eat to feed the baby. If the child is still living on the baby inside of the mother, it should not, it isn't alive.
Well, a mother has to feed a baby months and months and months and months after the baby is already, on this planet.
But the mother is feeding the baby. This baby, when it's inside, are they feeding him?
So what about someone on a feeding tube? If you don't feed them through their feeding tube, are they not worthy of life?
How old's that person? Are they born? Have they been born yet?
But why does the...
Y'all hear this girl, man? So sad. She's so young, though. You know, I'm sure she'll change her views as she's get older and start learning things, but she said the baby's not alive.
Right.
At 20 weeks, though. That's crazy. I mean, so that's why I said I think we should do either a live or a separate video, because I want to ask a lot of questions on how you feel, because you're a woman. But I think I'll say that until we probably do another video or something.
Someone on a feeding tube. If you don't feed them through their feeding tube, are they not worthy of life?
How old's that person? Are they born? Have they been born yet?
But why does the moral worth of a human being matter whether they're born or not?
Probably, the point that I was trying to get out with it, the point that I was trying to get out with it is that women shouldn't have to be forced to give birth to that child if they don't want to. That's the point I was just trying to get out there.
Okay, let's say I have 2 ultrasounds here. One of the
I can show the
baby,
dolphin fetus again.
one of them is a baby conceived in rape.
Okay.
The other one is a baby conceived in a loving relationship. Which one is which?
I mean, it's up to them. The thing
No,
is
but
that
which one is which? I can't tell the difference. Help me out.
I'm not saying that there's a difference between those two children.
Exactly, so they
I'm
both
saying-
deserve human rights.
No, I'm saying that if a mother doesn't want to give birth to her child, she shouldn't have to.
Okay, so should you be able to commit murder of a newborn if you don't want the baby anymore?
No, you would.
Why?
you
Well, then what's the
wouldn't-
difference?
You wouldn't have the child if you didn't want it. That's the point of abortion.
Well, hold on.
I will.
I hope you never have an abortion, actually. Abortion's really
Well,
bad.
it's my body, my choice. That's the thing.
Well, hold on. If it's your body, your choice, and I'll let Riley
So
chime
is
in.
it your choice because you're a man and you get to make those
Well,
decisions for
hold
me?
on. Time out. You
Yeah.
want to say that to Riley? Riley's a woman too, so
But
say the same statement to her.
I'm
Say the
not
same
saying-
statement to her.
But
No, your logic must be equally applicable to all sexes. Say that same statement
I'm
to her.
saying that she can
Say
have,
the same statement to her.
I'm not saying that statement to you. I'm saying that you as a man.
Just said it to me.
No, I'm saying you as a man should not have. You should have the right to choose whether I can get an
Okay,
abortion or not.
does she have the right to choose
Yes,
for
she
you?
does have the right. She doesn't have. No one has the right to choose for me.
Okay,
but
so it's
me.
not a man thing. That's what I'm saying.
It's a man because Trump is in charge and he is the one. He said that he is the reason that Roe v. Wade is overturned. He said
Praise
that.
the Lord, Roe versus Wade is overturned.
In what way? Like it also kills other women and
You
children.
know we have more babies being born in Texas than ever before since the abolition of abortion. Isn't that a good thing?
And that's why we have such a high population. That's why we have
No, we
12
don't.
million people in charge.
We,
Yes, we do.
we have a declining population.
Yeah.
We have a population collapse. What are you talking about? The world
I'm
is
not-
on the world is on the verge of a population extinction event. We don't have enough babies. We're below replacement levels in the West.
So you want to make women have
Not
babies?
make. Okay, let's go through fundamental biology. How do people get pregnant?
I know how a woman gets pregnant.
So if you decide to have sex, you might win a certain prize.
What if you don't decide?
I'm sorry, what?
What if you do not decide to have sex and you get raped?
Again, it's still a human life. You don't get to kill a baby just because a human life occurs. Something evil, rape, does not get better when another evil action occurs.
So, how do you feel about that? If a woman's raped, do you think she has a right to get rid of that baby?
No. My old way of thinking, yes, I would think. I used to think that way, but I don't think that way anymore.
And why is that?
Because you know the path, the journey that I'm on right now. You just can't take someone's life.
So you rather see a woman have a child that she didn't even want, and have no plan on having a child, change of career if that's the case, probably be having some type of resentment within that child because of how the child was conceived. And,
That's what adoption is for.
but I'm saying to even go through that pregnancy though, like you would want a woman to go through a pregnancy that she didn't even want to have.
Because it isn't right to take a life.
Occurs, something evil, rape, does not get better when another evil action occurs. And I will say this, somebody in this audience was conceived in rape. Can you tell me who?
It doesn't matter who. That's
Well,
the thing.
that's the thing, is
I'm
they're
not
all human.
I'm not saying that they're not a human life. I'm saying the mother should have the
Okay.
choice whether she
Got
wants
it.
to
No, but
birth that
you
human
said
life.
they're not a human life, so they are a human life. Therefore, an extermination of human life is called what?
Murder?
So yes, abortion is murder, even in the case of rape, and that's a
It's
hard
an
thing to
embryo,
internalize.
though.
Doesn't matter. So,
You're
but
saying it's a child, but it's not.
what
physically a
species
child.
is it?
It is a human, but
Okay.
But is it a? Has the child
So,
formed yet?
but hold on, you're not
a
fully
child yet?
formed. Riley's not fully formed. I'm not fully formed. We actually go through this process of development our entire life. An embryo is just one stage upon
Right.
human development. It doesn't mean you get less rights just because you're earlier in the human development scale.
I mean, I feel like I do have more rights than a baby that is in someone's
Why does
stomach.
your age give you more rights over an embryo? Why do you have the ability to eliminate a smaller human? Why is that
It's
morally
not that it's-
consistent?
I'm not saying that it's better because it is a smaller human. I'm saying that, oh my god, I'm saying that women themselves should have the choice to get. Yeah, that's
Thank
why
you.
I should have the choice.
Riley, do you want to take this as a woman?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a flawed logic to insinuate that if you have a heartbeat, these certain qualifications, that is what determines human rights. The moment you're conceived, you are a human, right? We all just agreed that the species is a Homo sapien. You are a human at that point. That's when human rights begin. So I think it's ironic that the other side, who touts human rights, who claims to fight for human rights, they don't believe those belong to children. And as a woman, I believe every single life is worthy. Every life matters.
Well, I mean, there are so many women out there who do get pregnant, and because of laws that there are in place that they cannot have an abortion, then they have to give birth to that baby. And many women that are pregnant, I'm not saying all of them, I'm saying some of them are drug addicts, some of them just physically can't financially keep a child. What is the solution?
Adoption.
But the thing is that, do you know how many kids are actually adopted from adoption agencies?
Do you know how many women struggle with infertility who would love to adopt a baby?
Exactly. 25% of these kids get adopted before they are 18. And the kids that do not get adopted are let go from the adoption agency. And they do not know what they're doing. Not that they don't know what they're doing.
There certainly could be reforms within the foster care community and within the adoption system, but there are plenty of families of women who are hoping to be able to adopt because they can't conceive on their own.
But 25%? Only 25%.
Then there should be a reform
not for a lack
within
of
the
willingness.
adoption.
Then what are you going to do about
There's
it?
not a
If
lot-
you want to say that we cannot have an abortion, but many children are not finding homes until they're 18, and a lot of these kids, once they're let go from adoption agencies, become homeless, become drug addicts, because you say that we cannot have abortion, but you are not doing anything to make
Hold on,
it right.
but first of all, number
Yeah,
one.
neither are you.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well, what am I supposed to do? I'm 16.
okay. So again, so the essence of this, again, and we'll wrap this up. There's twice as many people on the adoption waiting list than there are actually being adopted. Twice as many. So the adoption waiting list is very long. You just have to make it easier to adopt.
Adoption reform.
Then that mean that only 50% of these kids would be adopted, and there are still 50% of these children which are.
I think she missed.
I think you missed the point. That's okay. Thank you for your time. We'll get to the next question.
Yep.
Thank you. 7.5 million.
That's crazy. So you have a change of heart then is what you're saying?
The way I used to think.
Yeah, I remember the video we did not too long ago. You were saying that, incest, rape, would be a reason why.
Yeah.
So now you're saying that.
Things have, you learn and grow every day, and my mindset is totally different from the last time I said that.
So when do you think it's okay to have an abortion?
It's not okay to have an abortion.
Not even if it's a medical issue?
I mean, unless it absolutely has to happen, yeah. But I feel abortion shouldn't happen.
Okay. What you guys think, man? Y'all think incest, rape, or anything like that is grounds of, a woman having an abortion? Or do you think no matter what, that a woman should give birth to a child? You know what I'm saying? Whether she wanted that child or not. Comment down below. And again, if you guys want us to do like a separate video on it or a live video on it, put the comments down in the comment section for thumbs up or something like that. And we'll have a conversation about it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty touchy conversation, but we'll have a conversation about it.
What are your thoughts?
I feel like it's up to that person, me personally, because I feel like that's one of the reasons why there's a lot of crazy things that goes on in the world today. You know what I'm saying? It's because you have mothers who will have children who may have not wanted to have children, and they treat those children wrong. Those children grow up with resentment to their parents. They get out here in society and they start, acting out from the anger, I guess, they're bottling in, and it leads to, who knows what, crime, murder,
But that's what
robbery.
But that's what condoms are for.
No, I understand that, but
And-
mistakes happen. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Right. So mistakes happen. Or, and like I say, I'm saying if you laying down, having sex, and it's like that's what you wanted to do, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Mistake happened, whatever. What I'm saying is, if you walking down the street going to the store, leaving Walmart 10 o'clock at night, you know what I'm saying? Somebody kidnap you, throw you in the back of their trunk or whatever, take you off somewhere and rape you, beat you and impregnate you and all that kind of stuff, then it's like you're traumatized. As a woman, you're traumatized.
Of course.
You know what I mean? So who's to say that that woman wants to have anything to do with that person who raped them on the inside of them?
And it's
You know what I'm saying?
like I don't want to get, you know what I'm like, too preachy, but I feel like every life isn't a mistake, regardless of how it happened. Like, God allows things to happen. There's evil people in this world. Like,
the devil does too.
that's, I know. And
So that's devil ways right there.
but it's still,
That's devilish
but
acts. You know what I'm saying?
But even a murder,
Somebody's
a
forcing
murder,
themselves on
a
you.
murder is a demonic act.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
you don't fight evil with evil.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're a firm believer in God, in the Lord, you you know, He never promised that life would be easy. You know, things happen. That's just like getting into a horrible car accident and you get paralyzed. And you know, do you take yourself out, or do you just, you know what I mean? Do you just go through what happened to you? Do you deal with it? Do you?
I understand what you're saying, but I think that's slightly different from what we're talking about.
But it's traumatic.
No, it's traumatic for
both
sure.
things are traumatic.
It's
You know,
traumatic for
traumatic
sure.
things happen in life.
Absolutely, but we're
And
talking
you-
about something that's happening to somebody because a devilish person wanted to go out and do a devilish act. You see what I'm saying?
Just like
that,
with the car accident. If
But that- you
if
can't
a
prevent
drunk,
that.
I'm saying if a drunk driver, you can't. If a person
you can't prevent
attacks
that neither. You're right. You're right.
can't prevent
You
it.
are absolutely right. But we're talking about an accident versus somebody attacking you, though.
A drunk
You know
driver,
what I mean?
a drunk driver crashing into you. You can't prevent it.
Yeah.
You know, say someone becomes paralyzed and can't move at all, and do they just give up on life because of that traumatic accident?
It depends on that person. You know what I'm saying? Like for example,
Well,
my
me-
brother, he had a tumor in his head. He got paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
When he was going through that, at the age that he was going through it, he tried to take his life several times. You know what I'm saying? Several times. But then you have somebody who will use that as motivation to come up out of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I feel like it depends on the person. Same thing with the rape situation. It depends on the woman. The woman says, you know, hey, you know what? Whether I was raped or not, I'm going to go ahead and have this child, go give it up for abortion, be done with it. Right? And then you have the other woman who might say, you know what? I don't want nothing to do with that person. Period. Because it's too, like I said, it's too traumatizing to that woman. Like, I would never know what it's like to be raped. You will never know what it was like to be raped by nobody because you ain't never happened to you before. So, hindsight 2020, you looking in, it's like, I think we all can say what we would do until we're actually in that situation. Me personally, that's what I think.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, I know what I believe in, and I know who I believe in, and I know where my strength comes from.
So let me ask you this question then. One of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not kill, correct? Is there any exceptions on that? Like, is there any exceptions in there with that, or is it just plain out thou shalt not kill?
I think if it's like a malicious intent, if you're just out trying to hurt someone, just out to absolutely kill someone, but if I feel like if you're being attacked, you have a right to defend yourself.
But does it say that in the 10 commandments or in the Bible? Does you have a right to defend yourself? Or
I
does it
haven't
just say,
gotten
thou
that
shalt not kill?
thou shall not kill.
Okay, so if it says thou shalt not kill,
But
what-
if God knows your pure heart and know you didn't intend on murdering that person, and say you just so happened to murder that person, I don't feel he would condemn
so why
you
your heart
for it.
can't be pure when you're getting raped by somebody and you don't want to have a child? You'd rather have the abortion.
But you're murdering the child. You're taking the life.
But your heart can still be pure.
But you intended on murdering the child. If you're going to the abortion clinic,
You didn't wake
you're
up one day and say I'm gonna murder a child
intending-
today. It's like you didn't wake up one day and say I'm gonna get raped today.
If you make an appointment or whatever, however you do it to go get an abortion, your intent is to murder that baby. That's
Okay.
that's the whole intent.
So
That's your whole intention of going to the abortion
Okay,
clinic.
fair enough. So if you go to war, knowing the war you have to kill people, you're intentionally going to go kill somebody,
Wars
right?
happen. I mean,
But-
it's in the Bible.
but
Wars happen.
I
And yes,
understand that.
and the 10 Commandments says, "Thou shalt not kill."
So does that include that also?
I don't. I guess.
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
that,
saying.
but I'm not a theologian in the Bible, but that is one of the 10 Commandments.
Absolutely
I don't
it
know. There's wars that are spoken in
Just
the
like
Bible.
they say you ain't supposed to commit adultery.
Right.
People do that every day.
Right.
So do you think?
I know,
The-
and I also know anyone who repents of their sins, God forgives. Like,
Yeah, you go right there. I was waiting for you to say that. So the person who is going to war, killing, having the abortion, killing the baby, if they repent, like you just said, God will forgive them for that, then, right?
right. But I mean, it's not something that I believe in.
No, I'm
You know
not
what
saying that you believe in it. I'm not saying that.
That's the whole question. If
I
I believe
understand
in
that,
it.
but I was asking you, how do you believe now? How you called
Yeah,
before? we had a
yes.
different
The old
conversation.
way, my old way of thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought that way.
Yeah. So I also just wanted to know, does that mean for no matter what the situation was? And you said yeah. So that was the other question that I wanted to know if you felt differently about from the last time. But when I asked you, does the situation matter? Rape, incest, whatever. You said it doesn't matter. Incest or not, have the child, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know, was your thought the same as
No,
it was then?
It's totally
Or
different
was it
now.
different? Okay, there we go.
Totally different.
All right, there we go.
If your intent is to murder, like, no, I'm not with it.
So isn't the 10 Commandments like they supposed to, I don't know this for sure, you guys, but didn't they say that the 10 Commandments are what you would not be forgiven for? Like you have to follow those actual 10 Commandments, but everything else you can kind of repent for. And you can repent for everything, but I'm saying I heard that the 10 Commandments are unforgivable sins. That's what I heard.
I've never heard that, but
That's what I heard. So I don't know. You guys, if you guys heard that before, let us know in the comment section. But
no one's perfect.
you're right. No one is perfect. But that goes back to again. Excuse me.
I feel it's the intent of a situation. If your intentions are bad,
Right.
I feel that like that's
I have a friend of mine, it's a female. She passed away. I think I told the story before. The last time we had this kind of conversation. She was pregnant, and she had damn, I can't remember what she had again. She was diagnosed with damn it, man, I can't remember. But anyway, to where she was high risk if she had a baby. She obviously, continued on with the pregnancy, and throughout that, she passed away by having a baby. So, with Juan, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, that she chose not to have that baby, that she, went and had an abortion. But you're saying if it's 100% last, like scenario type of thing, right?
I mean, if it's
Because she didn't know for sure that she was
medically
going to pass away.
necessary,
It was just
to
a
take
chance.
the baby,
It was a risk, though.
a risk.
that she may live, that she may not.
Mhm.
That's a risk that she have to take.
Right.
So in that kind of situation, what do you think a woman should do? Like it's just a risk. It's a 50-50.
I mean, if it, they would just have to. I don't know. You know, I
What would you do if you was in that situation? 50-50. You having a child, you got a 50-50
so
chance
if
of
it was
living.
my life or the baby's life,
Correct. You have a 50-50 chance.
I don't know. I don't know how I would do that. I would have to absolutely pray on that situation. You know,
Okay.
that's something I would have to pray on, and you know, God would have to give me the answer for that.
Right.
Like I wouldn't know what to do.
All right, y'all. Well, comment down below, man. Let us know how you guys feel about that situation. And again, I would love to have a conversation with you guys about it as well, just to see where you guys' head are at with it. But we thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
Make sure you guys keep God first,
Most importantly,
and we'll catch you guys in the next reaction video.
I didn't even get to do the shout.
Oh, we didn't do the shout outs?
No.
Oh, I thought we did. Oh, my bad. Let's get into some shout outs then.
Okay. So first shout out goes to Trish. Shout out to you, Trish.
What's going on, Trish? Shout out to you. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction and this little conversation that we having. Comment down below.
Second shout out goes to David Evans. What's up, David Evans?
David Evans, shout out to you, man. Hope you definitely enjoyed that reaction also in this conversation. Hopefully we can have a conversation about this coming up soon. And again, thank you guys. We love you guys.
Yes, we do.
Make sure you guys keep God first.
Most importantly.
And we'll catch you guys in the next reaction video.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace.